Marriage. Almost everyone I knew had a problem with it. Some had problems getting into it, some had problems getting out. My generation seemed to struggle with the commitment. It as if it were an alligator from some murky swamp. I had gotten used to attending weddings, congratulating the couple, and feeling only mildly surprised when I saw the groom a few years later sitting in a restaurant with a younger woman whom he introduced as a friend. I am separated from so and so, he says. Why do we have such problems? I wondered if people my age were being more careful than those who came before us, or simply more selfish. So, this is a conversation from the book Tuesdays with Morrie, where Mitch is asking the question to Morrie about marriage. And Morrie is saying, well, I feel sorry for your generation. In this culture, it's so important that to find a loving relationship with someone because so much of the culture does not give you that. But the poor kids today, either they are too selfish to take part in a loving relationship, real loving relationship, or they rush into marriage and then 6 months later they get divorced. They don't know what they want in a partner, they don't know who they are themselves. So, how can they know who they are marrying? It's sad because loved one is so important. I have learned this much about marriage, Mitch. You get tested, you find out who you are, who the other person is, and how you accommodate or don't. Is there some kind of rule to know if a marriage is going to work? Things are not that simple, Mitch. And then he continued, still, there are a few rules I know to be true about love and marriage. If you don't respect the other person, you're gonna have a lot of trouble. If you don't know how to compromise, you are gonna have a lot of trouble. If you can't talk openly about what goes on between you, you are gonna have a lot of trouble. And if you don't have a common set of values in life, you are gonna have a lot of trouble. Your values must be alike. And the biggest one of those values, Mitch, your belief in the importance of marriage. He sniffed, then closed his eyes for a moment. Personally, I think marriage is very important thing to do, and you are missing a hell of a lot if you don't try it. He ended the subject by quoting the poem he believed like a prayer. He says, love each other or perish.